When the 10 plagues came upon Egypt, God worked through Moses and Aaron to demonstrate his power and to secure the freedom of his people. It is noteworthy that the first 2 plagues involved water. The waters of the Nile were turned to blood, depriving the Egyptians of a vital source of life, and later frogs emerged from the waters and spread throughout the land. An interesting detail in the narrative is that Moses himself did not strike the water to bring about these plagues. Instead, God instructed Aaron to stretch out his hand with the staff over the waters of Egypt. Likewise, when the plague of lice was brought forth, Aaron struck the dust of the earth rather than Moses. Why might this have been the case? Jewish tradition offers a beautiful insight. As an infant, Moses' life was preserved through the waters of the Nile, when his mother placed him in a basket among the reeds to save him from Pharaoh's decree. In a sense, the water became an instrument of God's provision and protection. Because the Nile had played a role in preserving Moses' life, it would have been inappropriate for him personally to strike it as an act of judgment. Aaron therefore performed this task. The same principle is applied to the plague of lice. Earlier in his life, Moses had buried the Egyptian whom he had killed in the sand. The earth had concealed his deed and provided him with protection. Out of gratitude and respect, Moses was not the one chosen to strike the dust from which the lice emerged. Once again, Aaron acted in his place. Whether one views this interpretation as literal or symbolic, it teaches a profound spiritual lesson. Gratitude matters. Moses remembered the means through which God had shown him mercy and protection. Even the water and the earth, ordinary elements of creation, became reminders of God's care in his life. How often do we overlook the blessings that surround us? We become consumed by schedules, responsibilities, and concerns, rarely pausing to recognize the countless ways God sustains, protects, and guides us each day. Yet the world is filled with reminders of his presence. The more attentive we become, the more we begin to see his hand at work in both the extraordinary and the ordinary. Perhaps the challenge for us is to cultivate a heart of gratitude like that, reflected in this tradition about Moses. When we remember God's past faithfulness, we become more aware of his present activity. The miracles of God are not limited to dramatic events recorded in Scripture. They are woven into the fabric of daily life, waiting for attentive eyes and thankful hearts to recognize them.